Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, this is the preview of the Spurs game live vlog. So if you want to join us, then feel free. Hi Andy, hi Kazim, how are you, mate? England's finest, Andy. I'm truly heartbroken. Uh, don't mean to laugh, mate, but hi Gunal, hi Jets, how are you? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. No, Dennis, how are you, and holding up? I'm good, mate. Call me. Hi, Andy. How are you, mate? Kazim, nice weather, beautiful weather today. 23 degrees, so I've been getting jobs done outside. Come on, you Spurs champ play. Yeah, well, okay, mate. Mohammed, I don't know what that's about. What's England's finest now, mate? It's fine. Just the cons of being a City fan. Absolutely. It makes us what we are, and that's all important. Like I said, we've been there. Hi, Chris Linley, how are you, buddy? We've been there to the depths of despair, and the fact that we've been knocked out of a competition, we can't get all precious over. So it's one of those that, we move on. Game tomorrow, that's the most important thing. Mark the Blue, hi, Andy, how are you, buddy? We move on to tomorrow. What has happened on Wednesday is gone now. Same mistakes as last year. What are those mistakes, mate? It's Wednesday night has gone. There's no point in let's get revenge, English fan. I agree. Let's go out and don't forget we won the game. We just went out over the two legs, so we move on. Man City will get revenge on Spurs, says no Adonis. I agree, mate. I'm trying to see who's you no Adonis, who have you got on your avatar? Who's that? Can't see. You're seeing all this chat about fans sounds big, yeah. I mean, they've got to come up with something, mate. No Kane, all is fine. Well, it wasn't for the last Wednesday night, mate. Jet Spurs is the worst. Certainly, they don't miss him. Gabriel Kawong, City could lose a title to Liverpool. Tottenham and United games back to back. That's the jeopardy in what happens in football, mate. That's just part and parcel of supporting a team, and and the players and everything that goes with it. I mean, it's we can't win it by 15 points, 19 points, 20 points, 100 points every year. Oh, Dennis Bergkamp it is. Yeah, I thought it might have been. English finest, I just don't agree with letting us celebrate the goal. What do you mean by that, mate? Brandon Merriby, apparently Jesus is leaving. Apparently about 7, according to the I think ESPN put it out there. I mean, absolute garbage. Just don't read it. I mean, it's utter guff. Andy, I'm off work on Good Friday. Oh well, enjoy the day, mate. What's the weather like up there? Mark the Blue, new name for Spurs' new stadium, the Toilet Bowl. Abdullah, truth is Spurs couldn't live with us, just a few minutes of madness. Not just Laporte, maybe Edison as well is the only reason we're out. Richard Beards, what positions would you look to upgrade in the summer? Personally, 3 positions I would go for: a left back, a central defensive midfielder, and another striker. Mer 007, I'll just keep it as that. Oswestry is that. Hi, Spurs fan here. I personally think we'll be rolled over by you guys tomorrow. City have the depth we don't. Spurs will rest a lot of players, and I'm predicting 3-1 City. I don't know about that, because you need to win tomorrow, mate. For top 4. England's finest, the goal that was ruled out on Wednesday. Yeah, okay. Kinky was my hero, says Corny. Wonderful player. I'm from Libya. I hope we will win tomorrow. This title, the most important one. It is a very important one, mate. Kazim, I think Vinny will be rested tomorrow. I think Stones. I agree with you, Kazim. I don't think Vinny will play tomorrow. Mark Welsh, it's lovely blue sky here. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I think it's all over the country, to be fair. So it makes a nice change. Bank holiday weekend. No, Donis, do you think it was right to disallow Sterling's goal? It was offside, mate, according to the rules. Now, as marginal as it is, when it goes to VAR, it's offside. It's more the handball one that should have been disallowed. Mendy's looking worried on the pitch, in my opinion. Wouldn't surprise me if Zinchenko comes back tomorrow. Gabriel, I think Company and Laporte, the reasons were out. Well, I disagree with that. Company, no chance, mate. Brandon, Maribi, we should have won the game without the need of talking about VAR. I agree, but it is a talking point at the end of the day. We've done what we needed to do by 2 goals, and that goal shouldn't have counted, but it did, and that's it. We have to accept it. You wouldn't want another DM. Yeah, I would want another DM, Abdullah. Jets, what about central midfield? David Silva's getting old. We've got Phil Foden, mate. Mark Welch, I'm hoping for you lot to draw tomorrow, but can only see you winning, unfortunately, for us. It's going to be another tough game. I don't think it'll be easy. Sam Jarvis, do you think Jesus will play? Quite possibly. Wouldn't surprise me if we see a couple of changes tomorrow. Possibly resting David Silva, maybe resting Sergio Aguero, and Vinny Company possibly rested. Even Mendy maybe, and Zinchenko comes in. They are training this afternoon, so he's going to look at, according to his press conference that I saw earlier, they're going to look at the team this afternoon. Somebody City player always makes a mistake in big games. Like what? Like who are you talking about? Big games. We've had big games this season. We've had big games against Liverpool, beat them. It was the biggest game this season because we were so far behind Liverpool. And then on the 3rd of January, we played Liverpool at home, and City players didn't make mistakes then in a massive... That was a massive turning point in the season to take us where we are now. So I disagree with that we always make mistakes in big games. Would Son get your first 11, but you can't have him? I said I would really like Son at City. I think he's definitely a Pep player, without a shadow of a doubt. Would he get in? He'd certainly be a good utility player, let's put it that way. Kiam, hi Andy. I think we'll see an angry City tomorrow. Let's hope so, mate, but let's hope emotions don't take over and we're sensible in our approach. Shane Card, hi Andy, I am the only City fan in my local area and get wind up a lot. Hey, that happens. Try and follow City for sort of 40 odd years like I have, and when I was a kid it was mainly in school it was sort of United fans and Liverpool fans. It's just parcel of it. You're unique, mate, you know. So Corny, last season it would have counted. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Corny. Steve Jones, are you worried about Liverpool, mate? I don't worry about them. I'm just solely focused on City. It's in our hands, it's not in Liverpool's hands, so Liverpool can keep winning. It's irrelevant because if City win all their remaining games, we win the title. So it can only worry about what we do on the pitch. But I do think, I don't know whether you're a Liverpool fan, Steve, I'm not sure. But I do think the 2 legs over Barca, it's going to take a lot out of you. And I don't think you've got the in-depth squad that City have got. So it just depends. We've just got to focus on tomorrow and get 3 points. That's simple as that. Oh, why do UEFA hate us? Yeah, conspiracy theorist, England's finest. No, Adonis, who do you think will win the Champions League? Last 4 now, it's anybody's, I guess. I did say last week on the live vlog that after watching Ajax, I just think, could it be their year? It possibly could be. They're playing with absolutely no fear. So it could be one of those. Your money's got to sort of err towards Barcelona, but it's anybody's, absolutely anybody's. Which centre-back do you think we should buy? I think if we can get him, delete from Ajax. Well, it's lucky enough for me, I'll be watching today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, as I'm off work. Brilliant, mate. That's great. Let's see. I won't be doing a live vlog tomorrow afternoon because I might do one when I get home, but I'll be doing one live from the game. But it's an early kickoff tomorrow, so I'll be going live just for everybody who's on. I'll be going live when I get to the ground at some point. I'll probably be at the ground for around about 10 o'clock, and I'll be going live at the ground. I'll try and interview some fans, etc. But it is an early kickoff, so. After the game, I'll go live as well after the game. So check in and keep an eye out, sort of, an hour or so before the game, and also after the game, sort of half an hour after the game, I'll be going live. Teresa Shepherd. Team of fans were brilliant on Wednesday, saying tomorrow, come on City. They were absolutely amazing. Very proud of them. When Guardiola came to City, the media said he came here to win the Champions League, not the football club. But the media said, and that's the thing, exactly right. The media have just ran this sort of agenda of quadruple. You know, Pep's never said it. The City fans have never said it. I've even said on here we wouldn't win the Champions League this year. I don't know anybody, any old school fans that have said, oh, you know, we'll definitely win the quadruple. I don't know anybody who said that. It's only the media's agenda. And I see Alison Rudd of the Times, who hates Man City, absolutely hates City, being cocky about, oh, the quadruple's down, maybe now it's only the double. And you know, it's a media agenda, because what it does is get clicks. Brandon, Klopp hasn't won a trophy, so why is the press acting like he's the best man? Because they have a love. I mean, no disrespect to Mark Welsh, but they've always had a love in with Liverpool. Replace Son for Mahrez, swap deal maybe. I don't think Tottenham would want Mahrez, and they'll really would not want to swap. They'd want a lot of money for Son, and they wouldn't even want to sell him, if I'm honest. But it would. You know, Daniel Levy's a proper hard negotiator, so if City would have any inkling towards Son, they'd put 100 million on him immediately. Titles over this week for Liverpool, quite possibly. 22-41 lineup prediction that you want against Spurs. What I want and what I think will happen are two different things. I love Klopp, but I hope he don't beat us. I'm not sure I like Klopp. I think he does a lot of playing up to the camera. Mr. Smooth, afternoon, Andy. How are you, buddy? Tottenham draw, United win. I keep saying, Singh, you don't go to games. It's clear by some of your comments. Oh, it was a crazy game on Wednesday. It was absolutely mental. The best game and most craziest game I think I've ever been to in my life. I'll come back to the lineup shortly. Julio Castaneda, did Liverpool forget that it's in City's hands? I think, you know, certainly some of the media forget that. Do you think Pep will remain as manager next season? Of course he will, in the next few years. Kiam says, the frustrating thing is we went through this last season and the squad didn't learn defensively. Yeah, it's one of those, Kiam. You know, should we have been pragmatic again like we were the week before? We didn't. We went at it. We got that early goal, and we just got sucker punched in. And you know, it's all very fine margins. You know, if Laporte's ball didn't go directly into the path of Son and went backwards, chances are they might not have scored. It's just this so small margins in games. But I would rather us take the approach that we did on Wednesday than sit there defensively trying to sit, thinking we'll try and get, you know, a goal and hold on to. I'd much rather see a game like I witnessed than sitting back. What are the Richard Beards, what are the players from the Prem would you take this summer from the Premier League? Right, okay, sorry. So many comments coming in, mate, and Ray's not here, so Ray's still in Paris, so he's out with his family today. So I'm having to be very selective. I apologise. I'll try and get through as many as I can. Richard, I'll probably have to hold on that question because there's a number of them. Declan Rice being one. I think he's a really good player. Wan-Bissaka is another. I think Sané will play tomorrow as he was rested. I agree. Spurs will draw tomorrow, says Itzy. Mark Welsh, unfortunately, I think City have won the league now. I needed you lot to reach the semi-finals to give us a chance. Yeah, quite possibly. That may have been your best thing, but who knows, Mark? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow and the rest of the season? I still think there's slip-ups along the way. I don't think it's over yet. I think there's still going to be twists and turns. Mark the Blue says, Mahrez and Son straight swap plus 4 million. What? Can you imagine Daniel Levy if he had that request put on his desk? He'd go absolutely apeshit. Ajax beat Dortmund and Juventus, they did. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne's Son is out for the first leg as well, so I think Ajax will do them. Since Spurs will draw at worst and United will get a draw. Sing, can you not? Is there anything else you can write? Because you just keep repeating the same things over and over again. It's like the only thing that you're saying. Oh, C-O-N-D-Sir Kenneth. Delusional City fans. Okay. Where are you from, Kenneth? Corny, up to Real Madrid. Shedders 1. Hi, Andy. Onwards and upwards. Absolutely, Shedders. Harris Khan. Hey, Andy. How are you, mate? England's finest. Oh, you're at the Etihad tomorrow. I'm at the Etihad. Yeah, I'm at the Etihad tomorrow. Shane Card. We'll win the 3 cups this season, but still gut about. Yeah, I think it's one of those. There's no point in looking backwards. Pep said it in his press conference. The game is over. There's no point in looking back on it. I didn't think we'd win the quadruple. So, and I wanted the league over the Champions League anyway. And that's no excuse. Still, it was a great night, and yeah, we got so close, but. We onwards we go. We need to push on and win the league. We do, Chris. Sam Jarvis, can you see us dropping points? Prior to Wednesday night's result, I thought personally that both Liverpool and City will drop points somewhere along the line. That was me thinking if we got beyond Spurs into the semi-finals. It's more and more games. We've already played, God knows, 54, 55 games. Now we're out. I'm thinking, it's all in for the Premier League now. So, I don't know, mate. I still think there's twists and turns to go this year. It's a crazy season. Outside of Delete, who would be your choice? Because it's you realistic as Delete, most likely. We don't know that yet. We don't know about Delete. So, I'm not sure, Abdullah. I won't say it's realistically because there's still talks ongoing. Kiam, press conference was pure class. What a guy he is. Sam Jarvis, do you think Liverpool will drop point? I've just answered that, Sam, in a previous question. John Walters was so angry after that Spurs game, my head fell off. I'm glad you put it back on, John, and you're back on here. Hassan Malik, hi mate, how are you? Julio, early kickoffs are great for Japan time. The Spurs game is at 8:30. Oh, okay. So you're from Japan. Yeah, I'm sure it's great for you. Corny says Burnley will be tricky. Yeah, always a tricky game away. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Did you watch Koulibaly yesterday? I didn't, mate. I didn't watch any football last night. Do you think he's better than Delete? No, I don't. Definitely don't think he's better than Delete. I'm not really that impressed with him, if I'm being honest. By the way, if you're wondering where my son Chris Welsh, he went to the Premier League darts last night in Cardiff and staying there. Oh, okay, that's why he wasn't on. I was wondering where he was. Thought he was going to give us a load of stick. I support Liverpool, mate, but just curious as if you fear we could still do the double. I don't fear anybody doing anything. If you do the double, you absolutely deserve it. And I'm not a fan that worries about what other fans do. It's not my thing. I don't really sort of go, oh, I wish they wouldn't win that. I only concentrate on my team. I'm not bothered what other teams do, if I'm honest with you. I'll be really truthful with you. I know some fans do the obsess, and I mean, no disrespect to you, Steve, but Liverpool fans obsess all over bloody Twitter on City accounts and everything else. It's like, concentrate on your own team. Put your energy, if you put that much energy into your own team, it might help you in the future. But Champions League is potluck competition, not sure why it does, but I've said it all along, Kiam. It's a cup competition. I've said it so many times this season. It's like the FA Cup. You only need one bad game, and I said it last week in the previews. You only need one bad game, one bad reffing decision, a bad injury, or just a poor night where you don't turn up, and you're out. That is it. Philip Dean, have a holiday with the money we have saved, not being in Europe. Yeah, absolutely. Airbnb was cancelled by me yesterday in Madrid. England's finest. Who said Jesus was leaving? Oh, ESPN had put this. 6-7 players are going to now leave, including Sané as well. I garbage. Just don't even listen to it. I thought Chris Welsh will be getting those t-shirts printed. You have to ask his dad. His dad's on here, Mark. So ask his dad. Line up tomorrow. Okay, I will answer that 2241. So stay on. I'm going to do that towards the end of the video. Mr. Norbert Coleman, Spurs fan here. I think City will win all the remaining games, including against us tomorrow. What a great name, Mr. Norbert Coleman. We'll see tomorrow, mate. Simon Stevens, Son is more important to us than Kane. He's the 29 Gareth Bale. No chance we would swap deal for anyone. Could see selling him for a lot of money, though. It is Levy after all, absolutely, Simon. I mean, I cannot understand. I can't see Spurs ever selling him, if I'm being honest with you. But Levy would definitely want a shed load of money. Norman Roman, hi Andy, how are you? Adam, hey, how are you, Adam? Ray J 737, what do you think of Felipe Anderson and Declan Rice from West Ham? Don't watch them much, but when I have, they've done well. Declan Rice looks a very good prospect. Not Felipe Anderson's a good player, but he's not a City player. Robert Marlon, why do people keep going on about Liverpool dropping points? It's in City's hands because, that's what some people are more obsessed about than other things. Oh, right. Well, God, well, so many comments on here. I feel Potts rotating our defence going from back 3 to 4 disrupts organisation. Pep. We don't tend to. We have played a 3 early on in the season, but we tend to just play a 4. That's the way it is. And the centre backs and full backs can move in different positions, so it's quite fluid, but it's still a classic 4. Tony Maroney, hi Tony, how are you doing, mate? Drop Laporte, company proved he's our best defender. He played. That's his second game, mate, in 4 days, and I'd be very surprised if he plays again tomorrow. He's a wonderful, he's brilliant. I wouldn't drop Laporte. Sorry, mate, I disagree. Let's not just get onto one player's back because we've lost well, we didn't lose, we won. And just because we're knocked out of a tie, let's not just focus on one particular player. There are 10 other players on the pitch, and, it's not all about one player. It's about a team. So we should get behind the guys and not give them stick. And if I see anybody on this timeline giving anybody any stick, City players in particular, then you'll be blocked immediately, because I'm not having it. Simple as that. That's my rules. Why do City fans boo the Champions League? Oh, so no, I think we've asked that, Jamie, yesterday and the day before. I've answered it about five times. It goes back to the fines that we were given for being 1 minute late, when 3 times what racist fans out in the Ukraine and things and Moscow were given. And everything else with FFP and the way they change rules. So I'm not going into all that again. Norman Roman, I was worried about that as well as our squad depth, especially with injuries. Although a very thin part of me wants to just finish season and finish top 4. Iona Beats, hi everyone, how are you? Vantarangen official. Mohamed Farah, he has been for several years now, and Pep said he don't play him so much because he always gets injured. His class. Cheddars, it's a long story, Jamie Buckley. It is a very long story. Scott Williams, Laporte needs to get back on the bike. Mohamed, no good for his confidence if we drop him. I agree, Scott. Harris says we need a new Bernardo chant. Yeah, we might have to change that, Edward. Maybe change Madrid to Wembley. How's that? Nippon Sharma, you're new. Why Pep Guardiola didn't start John Stones out of Laporte is beyond me. How can you possibly? I mean, here you go, Nippon Sharma. This is a typical fan base that me and Ray and lots of City fans who go to the games have been going on and on and on about, and some of the garbage that has been written. And I'm not saying this is garbage. I'm just pointing out these comments. One, I'm going to take and I'm not going to reply to anything else. I'm going to take this right now. So Ray, don't block him or time him out or anything. Why Pep Guardiola didn't start John Stones ahead of Laporte is beyond me. John Stones has been a full England international for 4 years, whereas Laporte is yet to be called up by Didier Deschamps. Right, let's deal with that one. Laporte has been twice the player John Stones has this season. He's been one of our best players this season by a million miles. And that's been proven that Pep has always chose Laporte over John Stones. So first and foremost, John Stones has had nowhere near the season aimer at Laporte. Laporte has been right up there, okay? Whether he's played for England, John Stones, for 4 years or not is absolutely irrelevant. Phil Jones of United has played for the last 5-6 years for England. Phil Jones. So don't, just because he's played 4 years means absolutely nothing. With regards to Didier Deschamps, and he's not played for there, Didier Deschamps doesn't like Laporte because Didier Deschamps wanted to call up Laporte. The problem being is at the time when Laporte was in Spain, he was and ahhing of whether getting a Spanish passport, he's already got a French passport, and whether he was being offered to play for Spain. Now, since he's come to Manchester City, he can't get a Spanish passport anymore. So as soon as he moved, he was available to play for France, but Didier Deschamps just completely blanked him and basically threw his toys out the pram and basically said, you should have picked France when you had the opportunity. And that is the reason why Didier Deschamps is a bit of a mad-ass as a manager. And he has quite a lot of enemies. Good manager, but he has quite a lot of enemies. So that Nippon is sort of sums up that type of statement. And I don't know whether you're a City fan or not, but they're the type of statements that have been made this week that, you know, City fans in general who go to games just look at and go, utter guff. Absolute nonsense. So there you go. Tony Maroney, I believe, is staying in your lane support-wise, but the only Liverpool fans I'd give any stick to is the envelope wrap, yeah. They do talk a lot of ground. Would Rose not be a good target? No, not for me, mate. Poor defender. And I think Mendy's better. And I think Zinchenko's better. No, I shouldn't say a poor defender. He's not a poor defender. That's wrong of me to say that. But I think Mendy's better, and I think Zinchenko's even better. Idiots, complete casuals act. They're saying Laporte should be dropped. I can't believe anyone can anything to say about a City player. I can't believe anyone can say anything to... I don't know what that means, Joe Barnes. Norman, Laporte has been arguably the best defender in the league this season. Put it this way, I tell you what, here you go, Nippon. I read today an article that was, I think it was a BBC, had listed there, they have to now select their 6 by, I think, midday tomorrow it'll be announced. Each journalist has to select their 6 players in the Premier League that go through to PFA Player of the Year, etc., or the Writers Player of the Year. Aymeric Laporte was in pretty much all of them, in the top 6 players in the Premier League this season. So that just shows it all. John Stones wasn't in any. I'm not saying John Stones isn't a great player, he is, but nowhere near the level of what Laporte's played this season. I thought all the players were amazing. Individual mistakes happen. Removed. Absolutely, I own it. Man City, I'm sorry, but no, you're not ignorant. Hey, Nippon, you don't have to apologise. No, mate, I was just taking your statement as a whole and trying to explain that when you make those comments, you have to be, you have to be clear in what you're saying. Gumbora 40, Champions League exit is not the end of the road. We still have to, come on, we've got a treble to play for. I mean, it's never been done, domestic treble, never been done in the history. So we've got loads to play for. Harris Khan, imagine being an Arsenal fan. We lost 1 game and I have been so sad. Sterling hat-trick tomorrow. Oh, that'd be great. Jamie, if you beat Spurs tomorrow, it means nothing to Spurs fans. Wow, if that's your attitude. How long have you been following Spurs, mate? Martin Sheridan. That's right, Jamie. Tuesday more important. So it means nothing if you get beat. Irrelevant. It's a strange outlook. I wouldn't say if City got beat and it doesn't matter if we were 10 points clear with 2 games to go and we got beat, and we still win the league. I won't go, don't mean anything, it's irrelevant. I want my team to win every single game. Shellers, Laporte, Sergio, Raheem, Bernardo, Eddie and VVD would be my top 6. They were pretty much in most of the top 6 Shedders. Sam Stevens, my mate's City fan. Some of his mates want Pep out. He can't be a City fan, mate. And he must be about, what, 12 years of age? He's got to be. Because I do not know one single person, and I've not read, apart from the children who come on Twitter and don't even go and watch City. They're probably not even in the country, which it doesn't matter, but I don't know anybody, not one single person, and that is hand on heart, that want Pep out. I mean, they're the type of kids that we talk about. Andrew Robertson, how does it sound rude, but why you guys have debt is because of Pep. All players want to play for him no matter what. Hope it doesn't sound rude, but the reason why you guys have debt is because of Pep. All players want to play for him no matter the club. Who's got debt? Who are you talking to, Andrew Robertson? Tomorrow, I think the lads will have a revenge mentality. I fear for my Tottenham friends. We're going to smash them. Still think it'll be a tough game. Tony Maroney, we've had bad players. Of course we have. And yet they served and they did their best. And I can't get too angry with them. Apart from Man. God, yeah. I think there's been a few worse than him, mate. But I mean, yeah, my number one, great. I'm afraid we might lose Leroy Sané because I don't think he's getting key time. So don't worry about Leroy Sané, mate. My son Chris Welsh might comment when it goes. So away games. Harris Khan, the performance from Sterling against Spurs should put him ahead of Virgil van Dijk for the player of the year. I think Andy Dunn from the Mirror said the same thing. He's edged ahead of it after his performance the other night. If we beat Spurs, Europa League is coming. Who's that? Philip Dean. Andy, what do you make of the Sané situation? Another big game where he's not had a look in. There's obviously something going on. What it is, I don't know, JK. I'll be absolutely honest. I've no idea. And unless you're on the very inside of City, nobody else knows either. So I think we just ride it out, see what's happening. We don't know. For all we know, he's had a nickel. For all we know, he's might got family problems at home and his head's not quite right. And we have absolutely no idea. I mean, they would want to sit on the bench and close player like Sané on the bench because of Pep. No, I thought your question you said before about debt or something. Sané should start Saturday. I think he will do. 22-41. I've got a feeling Man United will be a weak side because they have more focus on Chelsea. Could do. 1 trophy for Pep this season. We've already got 2, mate. So can we time him out again? Because I don't think he really comprehends football. I actually don't think he understands football. So I'll tell you what, I'll time him out. There you go. I can't explain clearly. Okay. 1 more than Ollie. 2 more than Ollie. Charity Shield and the Carabao Cup. Nippon, those who say Pep out are not real City fans, and those who say Ollie out are not real United fans. I'm saying that as a neutral. Okay, mate. Yeah, good point. Mike Sheridan, when Spurs sell stadium rights, it will be paid off in 5 years. Read up. I don't know who's that. What's that? Is that towards? Sané and Mahrez are the best in front. I don't think so, mate. Faldil, not Mahrez. Who do you think we have to buy next season, Andy? I think we need a proper new centre-back here. Agree? Not an okay one. John Stones ain't okay. John Stones is superb. Very, very good centre-back. Sam Stevens, my mate, has been supporting City for 20 years. I met him. It's his mates at work who are the young ones saying they want. Yeah, I mean, Simon, they probably don't even follow. Don't even go to the games. I'll be honest with you. I don't know, honestly, like I said, I don't know anybody, not a single person, and I'm talking, I've got thousands of followers on Twitter and we've got this channel and we speak to loads and loads of people at I've never met one single person that I know that says Pep out. I mean, it's just ludicrous. Man City website is shit, doesn't make any sense. Man City website is shit, I agree. Has been for 2 years now. Used to be the best website in the Premier League by a million miles. The format, everything was superb. And then they changed to Wix, and whatever happened after that, I hardly go on it anymore. I'll be honest with you. It's just garbage, absolute garbage. And it's such a shame because we had the best content creators out there, and the website, I think, won awards and everything. It was absolutely brilliant. Now, it's like nobody really cares about it, and it's got some kid in an office looking after it. I mean, it's garbage. No sin, we're winning 3 trophies this season. Tony Maroney, come on, Stones is more than okay. He's very good. I agree, Tony Maroney. What are you having for my tea? I don't know yet. Chicken kebabs and salad or something like that, maybe. VAR is great. Do they have it in Europa League too? Daniel Nager, will City get a better chance to win the Champions League this year? Real poor, buying out in quarters. Who knows? Who knows what the future brings, Daniel? Any new injuries for tomorrow? Don't know. The training this afternoon. Seems that everybody who is fit is fit. And it looks like Zinchenko will train. He's done a light session yesterday and he'll train again this afternoon. So we won't know, and hence why Pep wasn't giving anything away in his press conference, he basically just bashed them away and said, "We're training this afternoon. We'll know later on today." I kind of think it'd be good if we had one season in Europa League and win it and gain some experience. Well, we've been in the Champions League now for 4 or 5 years, mate. So, Harrison Lane, right. Hi, everyone. How are you? Watching Le Parc de Marseille. What? Don't miss that, right? Snooze time for me. Clearly, people who don't know anything about football have to say, yeah, exactly. Guillaume, VR only for Europa League final, not for other rounds. I agree, the old City website was class, now it's a joke, I don't go near it, neither do I. I just find it unbelievable, Kian, that we had such a brilliant website and now it's absolute garbage. Since go 46 years, this is the best football ever, enjoy it, I agree totally. Enjoy, Ray, sounds like classic. Next year's design will make a few big signings and bring Real back to the top. It wouldn't surprise me. Who do you expect to leave City? Ooh, missed that one, Simon. Who do you expect to see? Is David Silva on his way back home? Not next year, mate. I think Silva's got maybe one more year, I think, and then he'll make a decision to go back to Gran Canaria. If I'm being honest, I think Fernandinho's got maybe one more year, and then we'll see what happens with him. Probably, he'll retire or he'll go somewhere, maybe back to Brazil or something like that. And depending if we did buy a striker, it wouldn't surprise me if Aguero's got one more year, 18 months left in him at City. If I'm being really honest, I'd love him here for another 3 years, but I'm not sure he'll stay another 3. What do you think of Rob's Arsenal Fan TV? He seems to have cracked the format of fan channels. Very, very successful. It was the first big one. Some of his content is very, very good. Some of the stuff, it's not for me. It's all geared towards sort of getting young kids to click. It's all clickbait. And yeah, it's not my thing. We only know from we were asked to join their stable, and yeah, some of the things we were asked to do, if we joined them, wasn't for us. Wind up City fans, you'll get more clicks and things like that. It's just not for us. But they're absolutely very, very successful, and do a great production and great job. But it's not really for me, if I'm honest with you. And it's funny, innit? When you lose, and a lot of their subs and everything flew, hundreds of thousands of their subs came when Arsenal were having fan protests and, ranting and raving at cameras, and fans were going effing this and effing that and get him out and we want Wenger out and all that type of stuff, and you had your created characters like DT. That's when their subs went through the roof. We can't do that because we've been so successful, and you can't go up to somebody and start trying to wind them up over a game they've just seen City win 5-0, 7-0. It doesn't work. But they do a great job and are very, very successful. Did you watch All or Nothing? Yes, I did. It's a sad day when we start to see Aguero, David Silva, and Fernand. Yeah, and I think certainly in David Silva's, I'm not saying he's finished, but we have to admit he's getting to the end of his career at City, and he's played an awful lot of games and he needs a proper rest. Hi, Black Soul. Ray says, don't forget to click like on the video, this video, so below. I'll be able to say Nico General. I like him. I thought he was great last season. And when he's played this season, he's been no problems whatsoever. Very solid, 7 out of 10 every game. Jazz, Pep, big guns on first, get the goals, bring on subs, rinse, repeat, not the other way around. Yeah, good point. Ollie at the wheel. Oh, God. Is he still here? You should be saying these things, mate, on a United fan. Go over and see, the Gimp Gold Bridge, and go and keep posting this utter guff on his channel. The missed penalty was the key. Yeah, but I won't say any game comes down to one thing. not for me. There are many reasons. Sam Stones, glad you stayed, Bath. I like transparent content creators. Sorry, mate. Not a fan of this fakery that you've gone. That's what I mean. You'll know by some of the Spurs YouTubers, you know, the ones who are sort of in their stable. You know, it's all this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's all, you know, it's, don't really talk a lot about football. So it's just not for us. I mean, you know, we had the opportunity to go down that route and we were promised within a month we'd have 20, they'd get us to 20, 30,000 subscribers. But it just, we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't go back on our principles. You know, this was created for the fans, not for us to be celebrities and slag off City and slag off the club. It's just not for me. We need good defenders. We've got good defenders, mate. Right, okay, let's mute him. Right, or should we remove him from the channel? Because he's too much Sweden. Went big because it was great banter, comedy channel. I don't know whether it was a comedy channel in parts. Some of the stuff that they used to say about Wenger and everything I disagreed with. I thought it was a bit bang out of order after everything he'd done for the club. But that gets clicks, so Jack Mundo, Silva and Aguero didn't look sharp on Wednesday. Yeah, he had a quietish game, Aguero, in the first half, came alive in the second. Silva was okay. I would sign Ericsson. No, not for me. Good player, very good player, don't get me wrong. But no, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes somewhere this summer, you know, unless they treble his wages. But Pogba's guff. The show pony, Chris Baker, anyone calling for Pep to go on making Laporte scapegoat probably doesn't know who Peter Swells was. These are the best times to be a City fan. Absolutely, Chris Baker, spot on. David Silva and Sergio Aguero go down as, oh, yeah, they're already City legends, mate, and definitely will do. You're spot on. Which game do you think is either Spurs or United? Tomorrow's, because it's the next game. Sorry if I sound like Pep, but that's the way I roll, and it's always the next game, the next game, the next game. I don't look too far, because if we lose tomorrow, then United will be very hard. Tony Maroney, sorry to sound ranty, but we have a good defence. It just had a bad night. I agree, Tony Maroney. Gundogan is perfect, Pep Guardiola style of CDM. It's not really a central defensive midfielder, if I'm being honest, Harris. He's better when he's playing ahead of that role. He hasn't got the legs. He just simply hasn't got the legs. He's too slow. Wonderful, gifted, talented footballer. But he can't get back and forward like Fernandinho can. And I certainly don't think he reads that defensive side anywhere near what Fernandinho does. So if he stays, for me, he plays in one of the two ahead of Fernandinho or any new central defensive midfielder. I don't think he's good enough to play that role, if I'm being honest with you, or quick enough. And that's no slight on him. Have a barbecue. Enjoy your barbecue, Mark. Enjoy the weather, mate. Enjoy your weekend as well. Rich Bears, a Tottenham fan, we just want to know what winning trophy feels like again. Does keep winning and being favourite still mean as much? Absolutely, of course it does. I think it's just Richard Bears. I think it's just like players, you know, you get that winning mentality. You want to win, you want to win, you want to win. And, you know, that's why I said before, you know, when, you know, say, you know, it doesn't really matter. It does. It matters. It does matter. Maybe it doesn't have an effect on the outcome ultimately as much when you're doing well, but yeah, of course you do. You still want to win. You want to win everything you possibly go in for. It's very tough to win the Premier League. It is. It's the toughest league in world football, and over 38 games, the best team will win it. It's about consistency. Harris Khan, I thought it was the other way around. Gundogan's usually just a B+ player Wednesday. I thought he played well the other night, I must admit. I thought he did very well, Gundogan. Somali, who's a Liverpool fan, says Man City won, Tottenham won. Why didn't Pep play left back Delph? No, not Delph. Not after. No way. Not after his game last week. in the first leg. No way. I remember the days when Joey Barton was saving us from relegation. Good old Main Road days. Michael Duffy in Brighton semi-final. Red flag warning signs everywhere. Looking at sick play performances. Legging very tired. Looking after. In the Brighton semi-final leg. Yeah, I agree. I certainly agree. But that goes out the window when you saw the performance on Wednesday night, because they didn't look tired at all. They were well up for it. 66 possession. We just dominated and dominated and dominated. Kept going for it. So I wouldn't say that we're tired. No way. Somali, go away. Only City fans allowed. No, not only City fans, but as long as he's respectful. Philip Dean, Liverpool have the best defence that's ever been. So say the media, but we've only conceded 2 more. Yeah, well, it just goes to show you that they look at things like that, and they do have this bias towards sort of Liverpool. And yeah, two more goals conceded by City, and yet look at the goal difference and the goals scored. I think Rabiot would be a good fit for them. Not sure. I'm not sure about that. Has a proper attitude, so I don't think Pep. I don't think he's a Pep player from that point of view. If we get through the next week unscathed, we win the league. I tend to agree with that statement. Harris Khan. Son could play strike for City and replace Guerrero in a year's time. I don't think Spurs would ever sell him to us, if I'm honest. Delphi's poor man, not starting 11 quality lately. He's coming back from I mean, again, I don't want to say he's poor, because he had a wonderful season for us last year. Let's not forget that. And this season, he's had a lot of injuries, and that's the problem. He's not had any run of games to get himself anywhere near where he was last year. Thoughts on João Felix? Andy was quiet against Frankfurt in the second leg. He's only 19 years of age, and apparently Benfica put €122 million buyout clause on him. Can't see Pep going, spending almost double what they pay for Mahrez on him. Not for me. You know, could he be a one-season wonder? You know, it's the same with Jovic. I think, what was it? Eintracht Frankfurt. Benfica were looking at €8 million, or Eintracht Frankfurt were looking at buying him for €8 million. He's had a wonderful season, but was it a one-off? Nobody at Benfica thought that he would do what he's been doing. They just didn't see it in him whatsoever. So I'm always a bit wary just when somebody has one good season and they start putting prices like €122 million on him. Not for me. Delph or Mendy on the left. Not Delph tomorrow, mate. No. If anybody, I think Zinchenko tomorrow, if he's fit. If he's fit. And I think Mendy might play against United. Get 6 points for our next 2 games. We'll win the league. Not mathematically we won't, but I get your sentiment. Should Pep make any summer signings? He will be. I think it'll be. I'm going down the route of maybe 3 out, 3 in. Abdullah Musa, do you regret now not fully going in for VVD? Didn't want to. No, we don't regret, because he didn't want to come to City. He'd always said he wanted to go to Liverpool. That was it. So there was no going all in. It wouldn't have made absolutely any. We could have offered 90 million, but by all accounts he was going. He had his heart set on going to Liverpool. So it makes no difference whatsoever about going all in, because he said, I want to go to Liverpool. So that sort of ended everything. Do you think Douglas or his work permit's been an issue? Yeah, I think it'll be sorted in the summer. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be. Kante, yeah, I agree. All depends on what happens with the transfer ban for Chelsea. But Kante, I agree, will definitely be a perfect replacement. I'm a Spurs fan, and I honestly think it will be a close game tomorrow. Champions League game is amazing. Commiserations to you. And as a City fan, do you think Spurs can win it? Are you talking about tomorrow, or are you talking about Anubis? Are you talking about the Champions League? You're talking about Champions League? Of course they can, absolutely. There's only 4 teams left. And if you can go to the Etihad and score 3, absolutely, of course you can. Norman Rowan, 492, Barcelona said 0 Champions League, where they were a small club. Yeah. They were a small club, but they were nowhere near as successful as they've been over the last sort of 25 years. To be honest, I would play Laporte left back than Stones and Company. I just don't. I'd be surprised if Company plays, purely because that'll be 3 games in a week. I can't see that happening. I just can't see it happening. Hi Andy, nice to see you again. Sorry not being on the last few times. Don't worry about it, Karam. Good to see you back, buddy. Don't forget, you guys who are on now, give us a, I was going to say a thumbs down. Give us a like, a thumbs up. Pep and Klopp, when they start tinkering for no reason, things start to go wrong. We were in so many competitions, mate. We had to rotate and tinker because your players will get worn out. You know, we're playing every 3-4 days. Jack Mundo, what game plan do you think Spurs will come considering the last 2 games? I think they'll do pretty much the same, if I'm honest. We only need 2 more signs. Sal Mahrez and get Douglas Costa. Yeah, not for me. Douglas Costa's day has been and gone. What time is this finished, the streaming? We are going into sort of 5 minutes of extra time now. We need a tank like Torre over Kante. No, Kante's superb. Champions League, of course I do. Yeah, I think you've got a chance, mate. Well, Marco Verratti would be a good fit. Wonderful player. Very, very good player. Just can't see him coming to the Premier League, if I'm being honest. Tony Maroney, that's 2 sick players. You slagged off Mohamed Ismail. Anyone else you want to go off? Where is he? I'm trying to see if I skipped over him. If he slags off more players, he definitely will be removed. That's a promise. Said that earlier. If you start coming on here slagging off City players, you will be banned and removed from the channel, or you're going to time out until you apologise. I think Company will play. Yeah, I think this is why I don't think he'll play tomorrow either. I think Company will play against United. Chat Mundo, does Pep overthink big games? Who knows, mate? Who am I to question Pep Guardiola? And that would be my question to anybody who starts going, even journalists, you know, oh, he overthinks it. How do you know he overthinks things? You know, you're not inside his mind. And how dare you question, you know, somebody who's won 24 trophies in 11 years? Okay, right. Mohamed Ismail, right. He is now blocked and completely hide user on this channel. Okay, so he's gone. God. Kids say, if I slag off Buster Phillips, well, hopefully we can win it. Then we can maybe get another classic between our teams and next season's champions if we get that far next season. But enjoy the game tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy it. Yeah, like I said, now Mark Welch has gone. Anyone but Liverpool. Anyone but Liverpool, so I don't care. I like the video today. Thank you. Sancho coming to United. Thanks. Oh, you still here? I'll have to, actually, if I hide him as well. He's gone. So, that's good. Thankfully, he can get back on Mark Goldbridge's channel. Ben Hart, people saying he overthinks it because he is the best rocket. Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. I just don't. If you were a footballing manager at the highest level in world football, you could possibly go up against Pep Guardiola and say, well, I think you actually overthink it. If you're a fan or a journalist or an average ex-footballer, how can you, who's never managed anybody, how can you possibly think that you know more about football and management and decision making than Pep Guardiola, who is the most successful manager in recent times? I just find it bizarre that people, I don't know. So if you ask me the question, I have no idea because I'm not Pep Guardiola and I would never question him. Never, ever, ever. I thought we had a fantastic game. Great, it was a brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant. Even though we went out, don't forget we won the game. It was a wonderful spectacle to be there. It was a brilliant game. Crazy, mental game, but absolutely brilliant. What are we going to do without Pep? Yeah. Well, let's just enjoy it while it lasts, and let's not think about that just yet, Harris. What about transfer rumours? Nothing really on the market at the moment. Nothing really coming out. There's lots of just, Joao Felix, blah, blah, blah. Have you read on his... I have, Chris Baker. Wonderful read. I see on Twitter today as well, he posted that a little boy sent him a birthday card and said to him, pick your game and I'll get you 2 tickets for it. So, nice gesture from Andy Morrison. Did ESPN UK did a poll and asked if Pep is over? ESPN. Oh, I mean, don't even go there. Liverpool will win the double. Right. Zinchenko and Mendy against Tottenham. Depends who's fit. I think if Zinchenko is fit, properly fit, I think Zinchenko will play tomorrow and Mendy will play against United. What's the allocation for away fans at Old Trafford, Andy? Are you going? We need to repeat the atmosphere in Spurs. Sorry, it's going. Sorry, Norman. I'll have to just... I've got a couple of... Sorry, there's just too many coming through. Ray's not... I don't know where Ray's gone. He just likes to disappear. He moderates and then just vanishes. Right, okay. And he had 5. Last video I saw this guy calling Pep Fraud. He had 5. Like, well, yeah. I am going, Ali, tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be there. So I'll be doing live vlogs before the game. The match the other night was incredible. It was absolutely unbelievable, Nigel. Right, guys. So finally, we've got 2.5 minutes left. So first things first, let's look at the squad tomorrow. Maybe I've got 3 minutes, 4 minutes left. Let's have a look at the it's starting 11 tomorrow. I'll go for Ederson in net. It would not surprise me in the slightest if he plays Danilo at right back. It wouldn't surprise me. And I'm not saying this is who I would start. I'm just thinking who Pep might start. Because I'd just start the best normal starting 11 you could. So I'm just trying to think a little bit out the box. So I'll go for Ederson in net. I'll go for Danilo at right back. I'll go for Stones and Laporte. And I'll go for Zinchenko at left back if he's fit. Gary Dineen, hi mate in Hamburg, how are you? That'll be my back 4. But it all depends, is he fit? Midfield, Fernandinho will come back in. And then going to go for Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne ahead of them. I'm going to go Leroy Sané on the right, Gabriel Jesus up front, and Raheem Sterling. Leroy Sané on the left, sorry. Gabby Jesus up front and Raheem Sterling on the right. So that would be that's my guess for tomorrow. If it was me and we had a week's rest and then we were playing tomorrow and we had another week's rest and Jesus, yeah. No Aguero, yeah, no Aguero. I'm just like I said, I'm thinking out the box. If it was for me, it would be Ederson, Walker, Company, Laporte, Mendy. I'd then go, if Zinchenko, if he's fit, Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Sané on the left, Aguero up front, Sterling on the right. That would be, you've got to remember, and it's, we have got United midweek, and we are away, and they have, enjoy the game tomorrow, 4 a.m. for me. Wow, I'm driving to Seattle. Yeah, enjoy that drive, mate. Actually, I like Seattle. Been out there at Boeing. But I'll go for that team. I'll go for tomorrow. I'll go for Ederson, Danilo, Stones and Laporte, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne ahead of him, Sané on the left, Sterling on the right, and Gabriel Jesus up front. That's going to be my starting 11 for tomorrow. I'll be totally wrong, no doubt, because you can just never second guess what Pep Guardiola's going to do. I really agree with you. Danilo, Jesus will play. Apparently Sané is asked to lead. Garbage, utter nonsense. Don't read, James, ignore it. It's utter crap written by ESPN. Nonsense. No Guerrero, Ashkan. No, I'd probably start with a load of fresh legs and energy up front, and Gabby will bring that. You think it'll be 3-1? I'll go for that. I think it said 3-0 on the fan channel, that preview I did yesterday. Why don't we stick to one defensive partnership? Because they can't play all season, mate, because of injuries, and because they can't play every single game. You got to remember, we can't. Laporte, I don't think so. Why not? Why not Laporte? Best centre back this season, apart from in the Premier League, apart from Virgil van Dijk. Jesus likes track back along with Sané. Yeah, I agree. Going for a draw 1-1 or 2-2, fair enough. I think Foden will be on the bench tomorrow. Yeah, I think fresh energy legs will be on the bench definitely tomorrow. I think tomorrow we will be giving a statement. Let's hope so. Man City will beat Tottenham and Man United. Let's hope so, Sharon Hall. Black Soul 2-1. But anyway, guys, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget, click subscribe, click notification. That way, as soon as we go live, or as soon as we put out a video on our channel, you'll be notified immediately, and then you can check in. What stand will I be in? 316, mate, in South Stand, up at the top where we always are. We'll look out for you tomorrow. Yeah, Chris, come over and say hello, buddy. Bye, Andy. See you, mate. Come on, City. Bye, mate. Every game has a main defence partnership. We just never settle on one pair. Liverpool has Van Dijk and Joe. Joe who? Liverpool has Van Dijk and Joe. You on about Gomez? Gomez has hardly played this season, or this year. So there isn't clearly a settled partnership there, because Gomez has been out injured. So there, straight away, you're wrong, mate, sadly. And they've switched and switched and switched. So Liverpool does not have Gomez much. There you go. So they can't have a regular partnership, and they haven't done. They've rotated. They've had Fabinho playing at centre back. So I think if you're saying Liverpool have had a settled defensive centre back pairing, they haven't. It's that simple. It's fact. Matip, yeah, as well. So they haven't had it, and you can't have it, and not when you're in so many competitions. You just can't. Love the vlog. Thanks, Kazim. De Bruyne is back. He is. Thought Gundogan was incredible on Wednesday. Campbell Riley. I agree with you, mate. This is our house. Come on, City. Exciting finish to the league. You'll never walk alone. All right, Mr. Smooth. Liverpool have been on the ropes a few times this season. They have. So have we. But their main back four is Robson, Van Dijk. Somebody. Well, that's not a settled. That's not a settled back four, and it's not a settled centre back pairing. That was what you said. Liverpool have had a settled centre-back pair, and they haven't, mate. See you tomorrow. See you, Black Soul. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, everyone. City till we die, absolutely. Nigel, you'll never walk alone. All the way to Kiev. Dinesh, how can Robson play twice? Yeah. Anyway, listen, guys. Brilliant. Great ending to today's video. Kevin De Bruyne has been involved in 7 of the last 10 goals. And a better fact, I think it's Raheem Sterling has been involved in 2 facts. I think one was 20, I think, was it 29? He's been involved in 29 goals in the last 20 games, and 76 goals in the last 70 games or something like that. I mean, it's phenomenal stats, they really are. LFC Spies in the house. Yeah, bye. See you, Sharon. Anyway, guys, listen, don't forget, check in tomorrow. Give this a thumbs up. It'll go, if you've missed it, it'll be on the channel in about 10-15 minutes. You can watch it back. And you'll never win anything like that. Well done, Norman Roman. Don't forget tomorrow, because it's an early kickoff. So I'll be at the ground tomorrow around about 10 o'clock. I'll do my usual sort of pre-match, grab a programme off Tony, go and sit down, have a quick look through it. And then I'll be going live probably around about, I don't know, 10:45, 11, something like that. I'll do a quick live vlog, and then we'll do some team news. I'll try and get some interviews beforehand, but I'm meeting somebody. Very special day tomorrow. But I'm meeting somebody at the ground, and I'll see whether I'm up for talking about it tomorrow. But after the game, what we'll do is we'll go live about 20-30 minutes after the game, when I've interviewed some of the regulars that come on the channel, and you can interact. So anyway, guys, we can actually win Mark Armstrong 4 trophies this year. You know, if it's good enough for Mourinho, then it's good enough for us. Well done, Andy. Thank you very much. Guys, you've all been stars as always. Quad is still on, the domestic quad is, definitely. Fingers crossed we'll smash Spurs tomorrow in the match. Let's hope so. Come on, City, let's get 3 points tomorrow. Yeah, guys, take care. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful day, so I'm just going to go a little bit of sun before it goes down. And yeah, come on, City.